Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. And today I will talk about my final project to you. And first of all, my name is Wangrongzi, and I think it's too difficult to spell, so maybe you can just call me Rebecca. And also my mentor is Sue, and my teacher is Channing, Cynthia, and Thomas. And in my project, at first I will introduce why I designed this artwork because I want to explain a kind of feeling in our nowadays society because people are always put them in a really stressful condition and they just always push themselves to try their best to do everything. And at the same time, maybe they ignore a lot of beautiful landscapes or their family, their friends. They just keep them in a really private space and isolated from the outside. Also, I want to talk about my inspiration. It's a front of my. It is from the research paper. And the topic of my research paper is how are hard metal used in the modern artist's artwork. And why I choose this as my research paper topic? Because I think when I saw an artwork, it inspired me, which is this one. I don't know if you know this one, and it's really famous. It's 2015 London Olympic Game flame. And I think after I saw this artwork, I started to think about if I can use some hard metal and combine them with other factors or material to make my artwork and make my artwork become more attractive or meaningful. And then I choose the hard metal as the primary material in my artwork. And also I use the glasses bottle and the water in my artwork as primary material. And why I choose water? Maybe you will ask me this question because I had a really bad experience of swimming. So I want to use water to convey a kind of feeling of breathlessness and smoother because people cannot always stay in the water because we are not fish. We can't breathe. Yeah. And about the bottle, I think is I choose transparent bottle because maybe you always keep yourself in a really private space, and I want to use the bottle to divide the different lifestyle of the people. Maybe outside is kind of soft or warm society, and in your own space, maybe you just keep yourself always in a place and isolated from the outside. And now I start to introduce my first photo. I think I want to use the bobs to express the good idea or concepts because when people are working, they always need some good idea in their work or artworks. And I think but people always find themselves in a specific place like a workplace or their house, and they want to find out some inspiration, but I think it's not a good idea. And I think they should go to outside when they communicate with others, maybe, or see some good, really beautiful landscape. Maybe they will feel they will get more inspiration and information, and which will help them to work better. And the next one is you can see there is a man in the photo, and actually he tried his best to climb this steep mountain. I think it's really hard, but he just compete with others. You can see there are so many people in the bottom of the bottle, and actually at the same time, I think he already ignored that so many beautiful landscape, and also ignored his family and friends. Because I want to use the tissue to express a kind of totally different landscape. Because in the outside, I use this people to, you can see it's really little, but actually there are some people, and I want to use them to express their family and friends. I think if he can just give up to climb this mountain and go to the outside and appreciate the soft and warm world of the outside, he can have a really good life, and not just always pay attention to really stress work. And the third one, I think it's really obvious, because the woman in the water, and it's really hard to brace. And I want to use some stones to express the stress and difficult work in her life. And I think actually she can just give up the life in the bottle and go to the outside. I think there are so many air and oxygen which can make her feel comfortable and live easier. So, and that's what I want to express by my final project. Thank you.
There are three colors in each bottle.